Good morning, traders. So we're still using the Bill Williams theory, and we are looking at the Aussie, the South African top 40. So a couple of very interesting things have happened on the daily, and the first one is a daily break of the alligator. Alligator is also pointing to the upside, and you can also see how slowly and gradually the awesome oscillator is starting to make higher lows. Okay, so low, that's almost a double bottom, or ever slightly higher. The only thing that's concerning me is the Williams percentage R, which is hovering in the overbought territory. Okay, and that's on the daily, which is not a good sign, because when that does happen, you see what happens. There was the last time, and then we rallied to the downside. So there's a couple of things that we need to watch out for, but I think let's get that on the lower time frames. So if we look at the 4-hour, you'll see we have broken the alligator as well in the 4-hour, and we have pretty much closed above the 4-hour 200 EMA. So there is a very strong possibility that this trend, this downward trend, could potentially be changing. Okay. USA rallied a good 4% on the S&P yesterday. I think the Nasdaq was up 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6.16. So Nasdaq was up 6% yesterday. And this is all based on good retail data. But I'm still not 100% convinced that that is going to transpire into something, how do I put it, something meaningful. So what I'll be looking for is, I'm still going to be looking at an area where I could potentially short, and that is the first area, is pretty much this breakout area, and the next area is going to be somewhere around here, pretty much where price is at the moment, because that could be top of range. Okay, so you see that could be the top of range. So yeah, so it's a tough one. I think more than likely I'm going to get a gap up. I'm not really interested in chasing the long right now, not with the oscillator looking like it is now. If I come down to the hour, you'll see pretty much most time frames are sitting, hovering up here. So I'd rather wait for the oscillator to be down in this area and then look for an entry to get long. So I think today what you're going to find is you're probably going to find a gap up and a rally. Let's just have a look at our friend 10 cent. So 10 cents up 1%, nothing really frantic for this morning. Well, I don't know what happened yesterday. And the rand dollar 14.52, so no real change there. So yeah, so I suspect we will get a bit of a gap up, and then it's going to be pretty quiet. You'll have quite a bit of frantic action in the morning, and then I suspect we'll be waiting to see what the US is going to do. Okay, so yeah, so for me at the moment, pretty much a mixed bag. I think there's better opportunities on the Dow and the Dax this morning, and that's normally true for this thing during this holiday period, because now the volume would be so thin. No, it's not really something that I like trading during the holiday season. But anyway, that's really it for me at the moment. In two minds whether we do have a turning point here. It is possible, but it could also just be a rally to come and test the breakouts. So I just want to pick up. I just want to see if we do have. So this level here makes the most sense. Okay, so let's just get down to the levels, and I can give you to you. So the first one is pretty much where we are now, where we closed at 46.757. I suspect we're going to gap up above this, but then I'd want to see a pullback, and that pullback I'd want to see is to come and test this breakout here at 46. Well, let's call it 46,600. That's probably the only closest one. So 46,600 is the area that I want to see price come back to, and that makes get me long. Okay, failing that would be a retest of this area here, which will be 46,382. Okay, that's my area that I'll be looking at. What I will be concerned about is if we do get a massive gap up, not really going to trace that. I will just wait for the pullback rather to get in on this. So because it could either just keep meandering up through all the levels, or it could hit a level and bounce back. So especially with the low volumes and based on what's happened in the US yesterday. Okay, so let me just get a measurement here. So this gap here is a distinct possibility. Okay, so this previous swing low and this gap area, let's just put another one in there. So that is a distinct possibility. Okay, which is all the way up here. Yeah, so that's kind of the way I see it at the moment. I think you're going to get a pretty big gap up. Follow the US markets. Maybe find some resistance in this area of 47,090 and 47,670. So somewhere in that area, from 47,670 to call it 4,800. Yeah, somewhere in that area, I would expect the sellers to get back in and push it down, hopefully to come and test these breakouts. And these breakouts are the ones that I'm looking for. So this breakout here is the one I'm looking for 46,600. Okay, for an entry long. Now, what may also happen is this thing may open fairly flat, pull back, pull the base, and then only rally. That is also a possibility. So you have to keep your eyes open on this if you're going to trade it. But for me, I think I'll wait until not even next week, the week after next week, when everybody's back in the office. That's when I'll start looking at the Aussie again. So for now, I think I'll stay out of it. There's nothing really concrete for me. There's just too much ifs and buts about it. But the one but is it could have reversed its trend. So the fact that we threw the 200 EMA is a critical point. You can see why this level is so important to me, 46,600, because it will line up with the 200 EMA as well. Okay, and I think just to close off, let's just have a quick look at the ichimoku. So ichimoku 4-hour trend is up. We've had a crossover. On the daily, we have got a crossover now, and we're bouncing off the underside of the cloud. Okay, so the trend is still down, but this is our first warning that's been fired. The fact that the oscillators group to the top is worrying. So for me, it's still a fact of I'm still looking for a short. So I'm looking for it to find its feet somewhere where I'll be looking at a short again. And to be honest with you, that's probably the level that I'd look at, which is 47,700. Okay, and at that point, looking for a short again. But yeah, so for now, there is potential that the trend has changed, but it's just not concrete for me. We could argue we've got double bottom, another double bottom here, which is broken through. So we've broken this pattern here, and we've broken this pattern here. So now there is merit to say that the trend has changed at the moment. And if you look at the 4-hour on the ichimoku, that's basically what it is. But if I can look back over the weeks, you can see it's been a lot of up and down. Not really a lot of sideways motion. So I'm kind of not convinced. Anyway, so that's kind of me for today. Probably going to sit on my hands. Not really interested in tracing this at this moment, but there is a possibility that this trend has changed. Okay, a fairly strong possibility. And I just want to see a pullback. I want to see a bit of a relax of the oscillators, and that would give me an entry to get in long. So for now, let's sit in my hands and wait, see what happens. Okay. And yeah, that's it for me today. No, it probably doesn't help you, but yeah, as I say, the Dow and the Dax look a little bit more positive for me. With there's some structure there that I can follow. Here, there's not much structure at the moment, and that's typical of the Aussie on the holiday during the holiday period. Anyway, guys, hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.